Welcome to Corey's Conscious Living.
Hi, my little friends. I was just working. I was sat here at my desk doing some recording and I had a thought about something, and you're never going to guess what I found. I found some cats that look just like Heidi, and Vaya. I was like, OMG, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyway, I've put the links down below for you underneath the video, so go take a look and hopefully you like them. Bye, guys.
Are you ready to meditate with Corey? Make sure that you're all comfortable in your bed and everything is just right in your room. The lights are just right. And you're ready to relax and let go of your day. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya were super excited. They'd been waiting 2 weeks to get to the water park, and now they were at the water park. The water park that they'd gone to was amazing, and it had all different slides and rides and fun things to do. Cherry was convinced that she was going to go on the big loop-de-loop slide. That's all she wanted to go for. She'd been talking about it for 2 weeks. When I get there, right, I think what we should do is we should start on some baby slides. We should do like little tiny slides that aren't so scary. And then we'll build ourselves up to like a bigger slide, and then a bigger slide, and then a bigger slide, and then finally the whoop-de-whoop or the loop-de-loop slidey one. You know, that really, really tall one. I think that's what we should do. Heidi said, "That's actually a good idea. That means we'll get used to all the smaller slides before we have to do the big slide. Because the big slide looks pretty scary to me." "Oh, I'm not scared," said Cherry. "I'm not scared at all. I just can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so super excited. So super excited," Vaya said. "Me thinks that I'm not going to go on the loop-de-loopy one because I know I'm scared." Cherry said, Well, you've been missing out though, Vaya, because, that's why we're going to the water park." Vaya said, "No, I'm not just going for that. I'm going to go and have a nice time with you guys. And I also want to sunbathe. And I think it will just be nice to watch people having fun." "Oh, yeah," said Cherry. "Yeah, I get that. But, the main reason I'm going is for the loop-de-loop. I'm going because I've been waiting to go on this loop-de-loop. I've heard about it from so many different friends, and I've been waiting to go on it for months and months and months and years and years and years. And now finally we get to do it, and I'm so excited." This was the gist of the conversations before they actually got to the water park. But when they got to the water park, and Cherry saw how big and how tall and how crazy looking the loop-de-loop slide looked, it was a little bit of a different story. "OMG, said Cherry. "OMG, I don't think I can do it." "Oh no, Heidi, it's so big. At first when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's not bad. And then the closer we got to it, and then now we're actually in the park, I'm like, OMG, there's no way I want to do that. I would be crazy doing that ride. That ride looks like it's going to blow off all my fur. You're going to get so fast. And the water's going to go all the way up my bikini. And I'm going to be swallowing it and coughing and choking on it. And it's going to be awful. Oh, no. But I'm going to do it," Heidi said. "Cherry, if you're this clearly frightened of something, you don't have to do it, No one's forcing you to go on this ride." I know, but I'm forcing myself because I don't want to be a scaredy cat," Heidi said. "There's nothing wrong with being frightened of, certain things, Cherry. Everybody gets frightened of certain things. No, they don't. Some people don't. Some people don't get frightened at all. Some people are just so brave and they never get frightened. Heidi said, like who? Who do you know that's not frightened of anything? Absolutely anything. Who do you know? Cherry went, No, I don't know, Heidi said. See? Everybody has things that they're afraid of. That's normal. That's what it's like when you're alive. You have to have certain things that you're frightened of, otherwise people would do crazy things all the time and put themselves in danger. There has to be some fear. Cherry said, yeah, but there's lots of people that like the fear. There's lots of people that are like those adrenal thingy junkies. Heidi said, adrenaline junkies? Yeah, them too. Yeah, like they do all these crazy things, don't they? They like jump off buildings and like they go like swimming with sharks and then they'll do like, I don't know, like what is it when you're running through those buildings and you're jumping off buildings? Parky coring and all of that stuff. And yeah, I mean, some people are just a junkie adrenalines, aren't they? I thought I were one of them. I thought I were a junkie adrenaline. But then I looked at this slide and I was like, no way in this world am I going to go on that ride. And now I feel really bad, Heidi. I feel really bad. Very disappointed in myself. Heidi said, come here on this bench. Let's me, you and Vaya come and sit down on this bench and talk about this for a bit. The cats all sat down on the bench. The bench was pretty close to the loop-de-loop ride, so they were all watching people going on the loop-de-loop ride, screaming. Cherry thought she heard someone crying at one point. They could definitely hear people laughing, but they could also hear people being very, very scared. Heidi said, you don't have to prove anything to anyone, Cherry. You're awesome just the way that you are. You know that you're awesome. You don't have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to do things because you feel pressured to do them to look a certain way. You don't have to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. So if you don't want to go on the loop-de-loop, you don't have to go on the loop-de-loop. I'm not going to judge you. Vaya's not going to judge you. And hopefully you won't judge yourself. You have to be kind to yourself about these things. If you have fear in your body, then you have to be aware of that fear and not just ignore it and suppress it and do it anyway. You have to be smart and listen to your body. And if your body says, no, that doesn't look safe, then you have to listen to that, Cherry. It's like a competition, Cherry said. It's a competition, and I was thinking about it. Who am I competing with? But I'm not really competing with anyone. I'm just competing with myself because I have this idea of what I'm supposed to be cool. And if I don't do that, then I'm not cool. And then if I'm not cool, then I'm not anything, am I? I'm just boring, Cherry. And the worst thing in the world would be people would think that I was just boring, Cherry. What's wrong with being boring? Said Heidi. It's okay to be quiet and boring and not do very much sometimes. Yeah, said Cherry. It's all right for some people, but I don't think it's all right for me. I think I'd feel like I was sick or something if I was like just quiet and boring all the time. No offense, Heidi, no offense. Because I know you like to be quiet and I know you like to read your books. And, you know, that's nice and everything, but that's not me. And, you know, what do I do if I'm losing my identity? I feel like I'm losing my identity because I'm not going on that loopy-de-loopy ride. I feel like Cherry's not Cherry anymore, and then no one will like me. That's it. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that no one will like me. Heidi said, there you go. That's what's behind all of this. Now, let's look at this logically. What makes you think that people won't like you for going on a ride? Would you not like you for going on a ride? No, said Cherry. I think it were fine. Then why would people not like you for not going on this ride? That just doesn't make any sense, Cherry. That's just you being silly about worrying whether people are going to like you or not. And I thought that we'd done a lot of work around this and you didn't worry about what people thought anymore. Or not as much, anyway. Cherry said, I know, you're right. You're right. Most days I'm so confident. I mean, you know me. I'm awesome. You know, I'm so good at most things. And I'm so popular. And I'm so famous in certain circles. And I'm so awesome and everything. So you wouldn't think that I would feel like this, would you? But even people like me, even cats like me feel like this some days. They do. They feel insecure about themselves and they worry that people aren't going to like them. Vaya said, Me thinks you should just listen to that then and know that you're having not such a great day today, that's all. It doesn't mean that you're not awesome today. It just means you're feeling a little bit more fragile today about things. Everybody has different days. Cherry said, Oh, you're so right, Vaya, you're so right. That's so true. Some days you feel like you could just the king of the world and you feel so good about yourself. And then some days you just feel like poop, literally, like poop. Just poop on the ground. That's how I feel about myself today because I can't do the loopy-loop. It's very disappointing, isn't it? It's very disappointing that you don't have your own back all the time. I have my back. I've just decided. Cherry was talking to herself. If you don't want to go on that ride, you don't have to go on that ride, my friend, because you're precious to me and you mean the most to me in the entire world than anything else in this entire world. And I am your bestest friend and I am listening to you and I support you and I say we don't do the loop-de-loop if you don't want to do the loop-de-loop, Cherry. Cherry, who was talking to Cherry, smiled at Cherry, so she smiled at herself as she did her own pep talk. Heidi said, That was a really good pep talk. Cherry said, Yeah, thanks. I know. I'm so good at that. I'm so good at it. Right then, so shall we go do a different ride? Because I really don't want to do the loopity-loopy thing. I'd like to keep my bikini on. And I think that loop-a-dee-loop thing's going to be that fast that your bikini will just fly off. And that would be so OMG embarrassing. Can you imagine if my bikini flew off while I was doing the loopity-loop? Oh, I'd die. I'd absolutely die. And I really like this bikini. Cherry had a bikini on that said OMG on the front. It was red and black, her favourite colours. OMG on the front. She looked pretty awesome. Vaya said, Me would really like to get some candy floss. They sell it over there. Cherry said, OMG, that sounds absolutely amazing. I'm in. I do like my candy floss. I really do like it. Makes you feel like you're having a special day out when you have candy floss. What is a place, a park, a theme park, or a special place without candy floss? Absolutely nothing, is it? I mean, you think about it. If I went to a special day out, or I went to Disney or somewhere like that and they didn't have candy floss, I'd be like, You what? No candy floss? What's wrong with you people? Are you absolutely redunculously nuts? Candy floss makes the world a better place. How can Disney not have candy floss? That's what I'd be saying. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I'd really like some candy floss. The cats walked over to where they sold the candy floss. They all sat down on the pool benches and ate the candy floss, and then they decided which slides and rides they were going to go on. They forgot about the loop-de-loop, and because they forgot about it, all the pressure was gone to go on that ride. They had the best day ever. And when they got home, they were absolutely pooped. So drained and tired. They showered, hopped into their cat bed, snuggled down together. Cherry said thank you to her sisters for being so supportive today when she was having a low moment. And then they all fell fast asleep, snuggling and cuddling each other. The end.